I don't even know how to start this vlog, and I do not want to make this vlog, but I don't feel like me anymore, so I'm struggling. This is really hard because even though I know it and I've dealt with the making arrangements and I've dealt with the writing an obituary, this part is really hard to say this. But my brother died. My little brother died on December 12th. He died of an overdose. He relapsed, had himself a weekend, got back in touch with his sponsor to talk about getting clean or living a different life. And about the relapse on Sunday night, on Monday morning, he got up, got dressed to go to work, decided to use the last bit of drugs he had, and overdosed. So there's that. There's that. I found out on the night of December 12th, and I called my sister immediately because that was the only person I could think about. Like, I actually found out, my wife told me, she found out from my parents, and then I was told not to tell my sister because she was out of town or whatever, but she wasn't driving. So I actually talked to one of my good friends because I was like, my sister was the only person that I wanted to talk to in that moment. Like, hands down. And I couldn't imagine a world where I didn't tell her, or like that I knew and she didn't know. It just didn't seem right or fair. And that's a weird statement, like fair, but like fair to her or fair to me, or like just in general, it did not seem right at all. On Tuesday, I still didn't have, there's still not a whole lot of information, but I didn't have any information. And all I knew was that I wanted to see his body. So I started to try to figure out how that would work. And made a couple of phone calls and found out that we could see him. Spoke to my parents at some point. It's kind of weird because I handled a lot of stuff during that time, and I don't really remember a lot of it. I wound up calling the funeral home and making arrangements for him. We haven't done a funeral. My parents are talking about a memorial. I don't know what's going to happen, but I made the arrangements for his body, and I made arrangements to see him, and that kind of stuff. Okay, so that happened. My sister was in New York. She flew directly here Wednesday night. We had my daughter's dance performance. We had Christmas stuff already arranged on Tuesday. My wife took off and helped me get that kind of stuff done. I can't even, all of that time was like, I don't know. My sister, my brother-in-law, and I went to the city where he was living. It was like a 4-hour drive, and we went through his room where he was living. He was living in a sober living house, which is a whole nother thing that maybe one day we'll talk about. I think we probably will, because I have a lot to say about that particular situation. But like, as for now, he was living in a sober living house, but apparently was dating someone who was not sober, and he had gotten a really good job, and he was excited to be moving towards a actual career again. And I don't know, my sister and I went through his room, we cleaned out his room, and we picked up his ashes the next day, and we drove home. And it has been just this like surreal, like it's just been different. It's different. There's no way to explain it. I have actually talked about addiction in my family here on this channel. I have talked about his drug use here on this channel in the most respectful kind of way that I felt like I could, with at the same time telling you guys what I was going through as somebody trying to remove themselves from a cycle. So there's a lot of unresolved stuff. The last time I actually saw my brother was January of 2016. I went and visited him in rehab, and then I talked to him on and off. Talked to him. Oh no, I'm lying. I saw him over the summer. He came in. That was a weird exchange as well. And when you're dealing with somebody who is in recovery or trying to get sober, there's always like this layer of like what's going on, especially when it's been so long. It was just weird. So, but I got to see him, and we drove past this house. We weren't able to come in because we didn't own it yet, but we drove past it just to show him. And then I haven't seen him since then. And then I invited him to Thanksgiving, and he seemed interested. And due to some family dynamics, my mother was like, I don't want him coming. I'm not ready. And so she was like, I'm going to call him and handle that. And so he didn't come. And that was Thanksgiving. And then, I don't know. It's like a really difficult situation. It's like there's guilt. There's like, is there something I could have done? And on the one hand, I know that there's not, but on the other hand, there's so much. Like, what about this? What about that? What if this was different? What if that was different? It just kind of... So, anyway. It's been 21 days. Is that right? About 21 days. And I feel like it's just always there. And I feel like everything is like, this is awesome, except it sucks because my brother's not here. And he's never going to be here. And like, this is awesome, except it sucks. So there's a lot of stuff going on. There's, we are finally kind of in the house, and Amber made some cool storage bed for our oldest daughter, and we're making changes. And it's like, I want to vlog it, but I don't even want to vlog, and I want to be better and get better, but I don't even want to. It's like it's so messy on the inside right now. So I don't know, like, I felt like And like, I can be like, okay, I'm gonna make all these changes, and then it's like I don't even have the mental energy to get up or anything. Like, my wife was taking care of everything. She was taking care of everything. And she's still, like, thank God that she was around and that her work was understanding. But I go to, like, now, right now, like, I'm way better than I was. And, like, yet and still going to the grocery store takes me, like, hours. It's like I get to the grocery store and it's like, oh my God, like, how do I do this? How do I do this? It takes hours. And, like, there's so much mental energy just to getting together and getting dressed and going that, like, I just don't even know how. Like, and then loading the dishwasher, it takes me like an hour. It's crazy. And I know that I need to move forward. And I know that probably making myself physically move forward is going to be what happens before mentally or emotionally I'm ready to move forward. But I don't know how to find the motivation. Like, it was already lacking and now it's just not there. I don't know how. And I don't know what to do. Like, it's like we were this group. We were like this threesome, like these little three people who had the same beginning. We like all came from the same place, and we were like, it's like those are people who are you, but outside your body. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, you know, there's just one gone. And I know what the last decade was, and I still, like, I don't know. I thought one day, and I don't know how to deal. But I don't know. I don't know. So I'm making the video to tell you guys what's going on, but also just kind of try to work through it because this is what's worked, and I don't even know how to use this tool. Like, I don't know how you vlog about groceries when your brother's gone. I don't know how you weigh in, care about how much you weigh or whatever, but I know I feel like shit. And I know, like, part of that is, like, because there's so much stress and mental anguish and emotional stuff going on. There's a lot of trauma, and there's, like, a lot of history and stuff, and I know there's just so much there. But on top of that, it's also because I'm not drinking water. I'm not drinking anything. I was drinking coffee, and only coffee, for like 3 weeks. So yesterday I drank a liter of water, and today I'm almost through 1 liter of water. So I'm trying. I'm like, water will at least make me feel a little bit better. And like, I was twitching really bad, so I ate bananas today, and it was like, oh, that's nice. Like, not trash and not garbage. And like, I'm telling myself, you gotta get it together. You have to put it together. You got to. It's like I just can't care about it. And then when I do care about it, for those little moments between not caring about anything, I feel like such a bitch. Like, what is that? That's what you care about? I don't know. I don't know. So, I know that my wife is out of town tonight, so it's really, really hard. She's out of town for the next couple of nights, actually. And it's even harder without her. I know that my sister was in town. My sister came in town Wednesday. We found out Monday night, Wednesday. And she was here till Sunday. And then she came back again, like 2 or 3 days after Christmas, and she stayed till the 1st. And when my sister's here, I feel better. And I don't feel like such an asshole for feeling kind of happy. And I feel like she's the only person I even want to talk to about it, like about him. And I think it's because she kind of gets where, like, I've been like screaming in the wind, like, we need to help him, we need to do something, this is a problem, for so long that, like, I don't want to talk about that. Like, that was never fun to talk about anyway. So now it's like, I don't even want to talk about that. I just want to, I don't know. And if it does come up, I don't want to talk about it like in an angry way, and I don't want to be whatever. I just want, like, I don't know. I have want to only talk about him. I don't want to talk about him at all. Like, I don't want to act okay and move forward and be okay, but I don't want people to talk to me about anything else. Like, I can just be normal and just act like I don't know. So I feel like when my sister's here, I feel a lot better. So that's awesome. Thank God I have a sister. My wife is amazing. She's been doing really, really well. She lost her mother when she was young. She was a teenager, 17. So she has a different experience, one that maybe some people would feel is more profound, but it's just very different. But at least it is a loss that she understands, and so she's been helpful in talking to me about, like, and in understanding, like, where I'm at and how mentally, like, exhausted and unstable things are. Um, I just talked to my two best friends, literally, like, yesterday for the first time. I talked to them both. I talked to one of them the night I found out, and I talked to the other one the next day. So, but I just could, it's like, how do you even just talk to these, like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. What do you mean? Like, am I okay? No, nothing's okay, but yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. Like, but I'm not, like, I don't know. Wants to cry all the time. Wants to lay on the couch and not move, and wants to sleep a lot. So I'm trying to figure that all out. I have a feeling, and this is probably kind of obvious, but this is gonna change this channel quite a bit because it changed me, and I don't even know how to, like, I don't even know where the changes stop. Like, everything is so entirely different inside of me. I don't even know. I know I want to go to the doctor and take care of myself. I know I want to get some help for, like, the hypochondria slash anxiety that I deal with, because I don't want to live with it anymore. I know that I don't want negativity and anger in my life. I know that. Now that my brother is gone, there is no reason and nobody worth having that in my life. I don't know how to explain that, but, like, it was hard enough because it's my brother. I love him. I enjoy seeing him. But that's over now. So I don't have any reason for anything like that in my life. So it's time to, like, get the shit together and move forward. And I don't want to be that person either. I don't want to be an addict. I I don't want to be sick, and I don't want the negativity. So it's like time to really change it all. And that's what my mind is saying. My mind is saying nothing is ever going to be the same. So you will never be the same. Move forward. Like, this is it. You move forward from here. That marks the end of so much trauma and ugly and angry and sad and scared. And you move forward. And the only thing that I have to take with me into the next part is my brother. I don't have to take any of the anger or the hurt or the fear or the worry. I don't have to take those things into the next part. Just my brother. And like the sadness that goes with that.